From the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10, verse 1. Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you. Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you. This word is the Bible, you understand? And inside this Bible, it contains instructions on how the black man, Hispanic man, and Native North American Indian man should live their life on earth. You understand? Not following these vain customs, not marching in these parades. You understand that we just went down behind us. Read. Unto you, O house of Israel. Unto who? O house of Israel. Unto the white man. O house of Israel. Unto the Asian man. O house of Israel. Unto them dirty, filthy, disgusting African. O house of Israel. Read on. Verse 2. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen. Learn what? Learn not the way of the heathen. And what's the way of the heathen? Celebrating Halloween, celebrating Christmas, Thanksgiving. You understand? You are training to your people if you celebrate Thanksgiving, which is the slaughter of the Americans, Native North American Indians. You understand? The white man slaughtered 77 million of your brothers, sisters that they call North American Indians, according to the 12 tribe, the Elder Galites. You understand? Read on. And be not dismayed. And be what? And be not dismayed. And be not dismayed. You understand? Don't be dismayed in this foolishness that went on in back of us. You understand? I saw every single one on this block pick out their cell phone and take this parade. You understand? Meanwhile, you got the priests and prophets of the Lord teaching you the word of the Most High, and you just want to walk past us every single Saturday when we come out here. That's madness. You understand? Read on. At the signs of heaven. And be not dismayed in the signs of heaven. Just like how the white man is. Just how the oppressor is. You understand? That's something that the Most High created. That's the Most High's business. The Most High be not dismayed of the blood moons. You understand? Read on. For the heathen are dismayed at them. For the heathen are dismayed at them. Drop that. Give me Deuteronomy 7 and 6. Lord. Give me Deuteronomy 7 and 6. Because according to the Bible, we are the righteous and holy people. The Most High God separated us so that we won't have to indulge in this foolishness. When we indulge in this vain philosophies and holidays, that's when the Most High curses as a people. Read. Deuteronomy 7 and 6. For thou art an holy people. For thou art what? For thou art an holy people. For thou art an holy people. Black man, Hispanic man, Native man, you are an holy people to the Most High God. Holy, which means to separate. And we were supposed to be separated from this nonsense that went on in back of us. You understand? We're not supposed to be worshiping these vain customs that the heathen had killed us over. You understand? Read on. Unto the Lord thy God. Unto who? Unto the Lord thy God. Read on. The Lord thy God have chosen thee. For the Lord God that have what? Have chosen thee. Have what? Have chosen thee. The Most High God, you understand, have chosen the blacks and Hispanics and Native North American Indians to be his chosen people. To choose something is to what? To separate everybody else from. You understand? That's racism right there, if you ask me. When the only God out of all nationalities on the face of this earth, and God only chose the blacks, Hispanics, and the Native North American Indians, that's telling you something, black man. You understand? That's telling you that you got to get out these vain customs in the world. You understand? You got to get out these vain philosophies of what the white man taught us from our youth on up. You understand? Read on. To be a special people. To be what? To be a special people. To be a special people. You understand? That's how the Most High God values us. He called us a special people. You understand? We're not acting like a special people when we want to dress up in demonic uniforms. You understand? Goblins and ghosts and demons and devils. You know, that's not being a special people unto God. You know? Unto himself. Unto who? Unto himself. Unto himself and nobody else. Anyone? Above all people. Above what? Above all people. Most High God put us what? Above all people. We above all people. So if we above all people, how come that the black man, the Hispanic man, and the Native North American Indian man for over 400 years here in America in slavery still follow the ways and the custom of the heathen? How come we still follow Christmas? You understand? Which is what? A white, oh, you wanna set your child on a white man's lap? You understand? A pedophile? You understand? How come we celebrate Thanksgiving, which is the slaughter of the native North American Indians? You understand? We're not, according to the Bible, we're not even supposed to be celebrating Mother's Day and Father's Day. You understand? We're not supposed to be even celebrating our own birthdays. Read on.
That are upon the face of the earth.
That are what?
That are upon the face of the earth. Verse 7. The Lord did not set his love upon you.
The Lord did not set his love upon you. Why is that? Read on.
Lord chose you because ye were more in number than any people. For ye were the fewest of all people.
According to the Bible, we are the youngest nation that was established on earth. Read on.
Verse 8. But because the Lord loved you.
Because what?
But because the Lord loved you.
Because what?
But because the Lord loved you.
The Lord loved you, black man, Hispanic man, native North American Indian man. So when you dress like this, like when you dress like Halloween and parade up and down, you understand? You're not loving the Most High back. Matter of fact, he's gonna get very upset at you and curse you. And that's why we're living in the conditions we're living in right now. Drop that, give me Deuteronomy 27:1. And you wonder why, black man, why you on the bottom? You wonder why NYPD shoots your husbands and your brothers and your fathers down in cold blood? Because we're not doing what the Most High told us what to do. It was just to follow his law, statutes, commandments. Read on.
Deuteronomy 27, verse 1. And Moses with the elders of Israel.
And Moses with the elders of Israel. So at this point in time, the Most High God set up Moses to be a leader over the children of Israel. And Moses had leaders to help him out. Just like how Commander General Yohana is. He's the leader of Israel on earth right now today. You understand? He has his generals, his captains. You understand? His officers. Read on.
Commanded the people, saying.
Commanded what?
Commanded the people, saying. Keep all the commandments.
Keep what?
Keep all the commandments.
Keep few.
Keep all the commandments.
Celebrate Halloween.
Keep all the commandments.
Celebrate Thanksgiving.
Keep all the commandments.
Celebrate Christmas.
Keep all the commandments.
But you just turned 21 years old. You're an adult now.
Keep all the commandments.
Read on.
Which I command you this day.
Drop that, give me Deuteronomy 28:1. So the Most High put an order to Moses for Moses to command the children of Israel to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. You understand why the Most High told us to keep the law, statutes, and commandments? Because this is a heritage that God gave us. God did not give us a heritage of these other false philosophies of these pagan holidays. You understand? What you follow, guess what? When you follow these pagan holidays, you're only putting yourself in more curses that the Most High said you was going to be in. Read on.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass.
And it shall come to pass, meaning that this future prophecy will come to pass. Read on.
If thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
If thou shalt what?
Hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Black man, if you listen and you hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, read on.
To observe.
To what?
To observe.
To what?
To observe.
To observe, to take heed, to study, to listen. Read on.
And to do all his commandments.
And to do what?
And to do all his commandments. Which I command thee this day. That the Lord thy God will set thee on high.
That the Lord God will what?
Will set thee on high.
Black man, when is the last time you were set on high? You understand? When the last time you when a white man worked for you? When is the last time when a white man went into the fields and picked your food for you? That they have the Mexicans doing. You understand? When is the last time you were set on high? Read on.
Above all nations.
Above all nations. All nations are talking about the white man, the white man, the Asian man, the African man. Read on.
Of the earth.
Of the earth. Read on.
Verse 2.
Drop that. Give me verse 15.
God, verse 15. But it shall come to pass.
But it shall come to pass again. The Most High is saying that it shall come to pass. This will be a future prophecy. Read on.
If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, because nowadays we like to hearken to the voice of our pastors. The pastors say, "Oh, we can eat pork, crab, lobster, and shrimp. Just pray over it. It's good." You understand? We like to hearken to the voice of our politicians. You understand? We like to believe in false promises and vague promises that these fake politicians, which are not our leaders, promise us.
Sign Christ. Sign Christ, man. Let's get it started here. All right, get a load of hand real quick. Shalom Israel, peace to officer 5,000 Shalayala. Represent the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, going to 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Under Commander Johanna. Today is the Brotherhood class. You understand? Brotherhood. Of course, we all know brotherhood is imperative. It is the sinew that keeps this nation together. You understand? It's something that is definitely needed and necessary for us to progress and to move forward in this nation and to provoke the Most High God to send our King Yahushua back to destroy this place. You see the things going on in the news. You see Iran still fighting back and, you know, got America on the ropes, even though they're trying to hide it and disguise it. And, you know, just the arrogance of the white man, you know, won't allow him to bow down, won't allow him to say enough is enough or throw a truce up. It's not enough. You understand? These Iranians, you know, are fighting for their culture, fighting for history, so on and so on. They despise America, and they are just knocking America up against ropes once again. And it's a beautiful thing to watch and see. It's more beautiful to see brothers and sisters that are not involved with this war, not wanting to get involved with this war, and separating from the cesspool called America. You understand? And today is a good example of separating from America, separating from the philosophies, from the culture, the traditions, their religions, so on and so on. Today is what they call St. Patrick's Day. Now, I was talking to Brother Shaul, officer of 1,000 here in the UPK. We're here in New York City, and talking about black men and women that were on a train, dressed up in all green, you know, representing the Shamrock and Lucky Charms and leprechauns and all of this filth and garbage. They just are fanatics about it. You understand what I'm saying? I think it's a weird vision to see a black man with a kilt on,
right,
which is a skirt, with a kilt on, some green socks, some Wicked Witch of the West shoes on, face painted green, and all of this other garbage. I mean, it is just, it just looks very feminine to me. You understand? To see a black man or a black woman with a green wig on, or she took time out to dye her hair green, green lipstick, green eyelashes, and mascara, and all of that. You know, just looking absolutely foolish, bro. You know, and to sit back and see this, it hurts to see them with that, and to know that the oppressor is laughing at you. They're sitting there snapping pictures of these clowns bouncing around, acting like they're Irish, acting like they're leprechauns, or whatever it is they're trying to portray. And the oppressor is sitting back laughing. You understand? Sitting there laughing at these black folks, thinking that the Irish are trying their best to fit in and support the Irish. You know, I'm sure they're going to go to the Irish pubs today and have happy hour and drink Odell beer and whatever else they got going on, Guinness stouts, whatever other Irish beer is out there. They're about to go over there and make an absolute fool of themselves. And they're going to run into some drunk Irishmen who we know are violent. They are extremely violent. They love to fight. They love to fight, and they hate black folks. You understand? You've seen the movie Gangs in New York. That's a true story.
Right.
How them Irish came over here in the 1700s and 1800s and were violent. You understand how the Italians came in and were violent, how they fought each other so much and shed so much bloodshed. Not only that, but they formed together when it came to lynching black men and women and children and Latino men, women, and children from light poles and fire escapes and burning them alive and things of this nature. You understand? This is the history of this Irishman, specifically here in New York City and in places like Boston, where the Irish population is very high. We know about South Boston, Massachusetts, very violent Irish community known for bank robbing and all types of Irish gangs and mafia activity and so forth and so on. You know, we've seen there's movies out called The Irishman, where this guy Danny Green, I believe his name was a major hitman. The white man's the only person I know that can live a life of crime and then make a hit movie out of it. You understand what I'm saying? Just make it. I know we got like American Gangster and that corny garbage. But white folks take their criminality, they just take it to the limit. They make holidays out of it, motion pictures. The kids get paid from it, and all types of garbage. You understand? Which they can do because this is their heaven. But for a black man, Latino man, Native American man, woman, and child, it is shameful to see us celebrating St. Patrick's Day. Now I had to take some time and say, what the hell is St. Patrick's Day?
Right.
All right. So, for what I understand, St. Patrick was some white man born in Rowan, Britain, wherever the hell that's at, and was a so-called slave in Ireland. You know, Irish try to say that they that they was enslaved and they had it just versus blacks, which is a damn lie. You understand? They were enslaved in their country, got their country back. They're fine. They got a country, a military, and everything else. And nowhere near compared to the atrocities that blacks and Latinos and Americans have faced here in this disgusting country. You understand? Nowhere near it. So this guy, St. Patrick, whatever, he was around back in the 5th century, whatever the case may be. He escaped slavery, went away somewhere, came back, a minister, pushing Christianity. He spread it through Ireland. He became some type of, idol, and he became a big deal back in Ireland. He died on March 17th, which is why they celebrate St. Patrick's Day, which today is 17th of March, where today he died, so today is St. Patrick's Day. And it started off just as a memory day, a day of memory for this man that spread Christianity. We all know Christianity was spread through the sword. They didn't go into detail about how he spread Christianity. I'm sure it was a hugs and kisses and pats on the back. Spread Christianity, probably massive bloodshed. You understand? And they honored this man. You understand? Now, how did he get over to America? The Irishman started coming over to America with 1700s, 1800s, and they were so-called discriminated against, and had a hard time. So they kept their traditions from Ireland and kept the traditions here in America. And it was a day that they decided to celebrate here in America to remind them of their culture, to remind them of their pride, and to remind them how they came to a new land to build a community. And all of those things they did, and they did it through violence. They were so violent that America accepted this Irish holiday here in America to this very day. They have massive parades. The first parade was in 1737, I believe, out in Boston. Next one was in New York City, where there are tons of Irish men and women that reside in Boston and in New York City. And they came and spread that St. Patrick's Day garbage in America through extreme violence. They became police officers and fire chiefs and so forth and so on. That's how violent they were. That they were so violent that America, so to speak, had to hire them to patrol. To keep order, to be the security, aka to be the police. That's why the police march and have police parades. They got the Irish kilts and all them. What's some horns? Call them blowhorns, whatever. I forgot what they call them. Things. Bagpipes, I believe.
Bagpipes.
Right, bagpipes. They got all of that in the police parades and all of that. Why? Because the Irishmen were so violent that they became the police, and the police to this day. You understand? A lot of Irishmen are the cause of unaliving a lot of Black, Latino, and Native American men and women for gunning them down, putting knees on their neck, and just blasting away, getting off innocent. You understand? That whole blue fraternity that the police go by is all some Irish garbage. You know, some Italians are up in there as well, but predominantly Irishmen. Detective McGillicuddy and all of them, Detective Officer McSwirly and all of those. These are Irishmen, violent men that love to get drunk, beat their wives, and unalive people. They did it so well and so much that America adopted their disgusting holiday, St. Patrick's Day, which is celebrated to this very, very day. You understand what I'm saying? To this very day. And Irish people take this day very prideful, represents their culture. Now, the thing is this, it represents their culture. What the hell is the black man doing celebrating Irish culture? What culture does a black culture does an Irish man celebrate? Besides trying to be a rapper or some garbage like that, trying to fit into the hip hop culture, the R&B culture, or something like that. You understand what I'm saying, Shaw?
Come on. So what you saying is so heavy, sir?
Mm-hmm.
During these holidays, I just like to look up the dark history of Christmas, or the dark history of Thanksgiving, or the dark history of St. Patrick's
Right.
Day. And if I may, I just looked up the dark history of St. Patrick's Day, and I just want to just read an excerpt of what they say concerning St. Patrick's Day history, that Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians who dressed up in green all today need to know.
Right.
Okay, so this says anti-Black violence U.S. in the 1800s, particularly around New York draft riot of 1863 and the Cincinnati riots of 1829. Some Irish Americans engaged in violence against Black individuals due to competition for drugs and social standing.
Damn.
They should know that.
Right. Right. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? How they were violent towards our people. This is history. You understand? This is not a day that Black folks should be painting their faces green. No day should be painting their faces green and representing this Irish holiday and praising St. Patrick. You understand? Praising St. Patrick and trying to, hug and get close to and rub elbows with the Irishmen, as Officer Shaw just read, how the Irishmen were violent towards our people.
Right.
You should know that. We should know that. You understand? We should know that. And this is the thing. The Irish, they spread Christianity through bloodshed.
Right.
You understand? Christianity. Now you should ask yourself, Black man, woman, and child, when I say Black, I mean all the tribes, what are you doing in Christianity? What are you doing in that? You really can serve the same God as a violent Irishman? Who the hell is St. Patrick? What book in the Bible? Where is he at in the scriptures? Where is he at in the records? You understand? As a Black Latino man, you should be ashamed of yourself if you are indulging or putting up with or involving yourself in St. Patrick's Day, a wicked, disgusting, filthy, heathenistic holiday that's not for us.
Right.
That's not for us. You know what I'm saying? And the Irish people know it too.
Right.
They know it. We look like absolute fools. One of them freckle-faced, red-headed Irishmen ain't throwing on no afros and bell bottoms celebrating Don Cornelius's birthday or death day. You understand it? Not doing none of that. That's monkey garbage to them.
Right.
And here we are sitting here tap dancing and bucking for these white folks who don't give a damn about us, man. And the scriptures are against that. The scriptures are against us following the ways of heathens, worshiping their gods, which they worship St. Patrick. You understand? The scriptures are against that. God is against that. So how can you turn your back on God and give your love and dedication and admiration and loyalty and trust to a white man?
That's right.
To St. Patrick, to their customs, to their holidays and religion and philosophies. How can you give yourself to that knowing damn well it's against the Most High God? People say, no, it's not. God know our heart. Well, St. Patrick's Day is not in the scriptures at all.
Right.
Nowhere is it in there. St. Patrick's not in there. The holiday's not in there. Celebrating the day somebody is dead is not in. This is not scriptural. This is not in the records. You understand? We about to celebrate the death of our enemies this Passover.
That's right.
We about to celebrate that. The Most High God ordained that. And we celebrate that. But we're not celebrating St. Patrick's Day. Who the hell is that?
Right.
Is he a leprechaun? You know what I'm saying? Where does this shamrock thing come from? That's supposed to be their Holy Trinity. It's supposed to represent their Holy Trinity. Brings them luck. So what the hell is a black man doing wearing a Lucky Charm?
Right.
What is that? Wearing a Lucky Charm, you know, calling themselves a Celtic and all this other garbage. You understand? Calling themselves a Celtic, and this is just absolute hell that we live in. This is why we say this fight with Iran and all of that garbage, this is not our fight.
Right.
It's a good show to watch.
Right.
A great show to watch. Looking forward to the upcoming season episodes of the destruction of America. But there's nothing to be involved in. Why? We have our own war to fight.
That's right.
We have our own battles to fight. We have our own demons to conquer. And today is just an example of just one of the many obstacles and trials and tribulations we have to jump over and fight. You understand? Is giving our love and dedication to this white man, to his customs, his culture, his philosophies, his religion, and everything else. You understand? We have to fight against this. Why? It destroys our children.
That's right.
It destroys our nation. You understand? Young black and Latino men, women, and children are raised to hate their fathers.
Right.
So we should hate our fathers, but love leprechauns.
Right.
You understand? We should hate our fathers, but love leprechauns. That's what we should do. You understand? I'd rather see a kid dressed up in red and blue for Bloods and Crips than to dress up in some green leprechaun suit and lose his manhood, turn his back into mush, turn his backbone into mush, like society wants us to do. Let's start over. Let's go to Exodus 20:3.
Come on.
Go to Exodus 20:3 real quick. We're going to try to run through some scriptures as fast as we can. You know what I'm saying? We're going to try to hurry up and take our time, so to speak. All right, anybody that's tuned in, man, like, share, comment. Let us know if you're celebrating St. Patrick's Day. If you got your, what do they eat? Corned beef?
Corn beef, black beans.
Yeah, corned beef, black beans, and sauerkraut or something. Yes, well, let's see what you got going on today. All right, St. Patty's Day. St. Pathetic Day.
Right. Come on. Exodus chapter 20, verse 3. Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
Yeah, so this is very simple. This is what the Most High God is saying. There should be no other gods before him. And if you celebrate St. Patrick's Day, you are worshiping St. Patrick.
Right.
This 5th century missionary that spread Christianity through Ireland. What the hell I got to do with niggas? What does that have to do with Latino or Native American brothers and sisters? What does St. Patrick have to do with you? God said you can't worship no other God but him. There is no other God but him that we worship. You understand? It's just we only worship the Most High God.
Right.
You understand? Even Christ wants us to worship him.
Right.
He wants to worship his Father. You understand? We worship one God, and he is not St. Patrick.
Right.
You understand? That's filthy and disgusting, man. And this is what we have to fight. We have to fight against this. Fight against these principalities and the philosophies. And this, like, what do you call it? A dark what? You look for the dark what of the holidays? The dark
history.
The dark history. We got to fight against this dark history of America,
right,
and they try to make our histories.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They try to make it our history, our culture. You understand? That's why I can't see myself through the Spirit of Most High in Christ. I'm glad that I'm born into this royal lineage.
Right.
Right. Where I couldn't see myself with no red-headed white woman. Come on to a red-headed white woman. And today's St. Patrick's Day, and their family got me dressed up as a goddamn leprechaun. I'm short enough. Got me just as a goddamn leprechaun. I'm doing it to fit in to the McHealy's residence to go with my wife over there because this is an important day to the Irish. Hell no. You understand what I'm saying? Absolutely not. No way in hell. The Lord don't want us involved and meshed up with these people like that. You understand? And he damn sure don't want us serving their gods.
Right.
I'm sure St. Patrick is a white man.
That's right.
You understand? I'm sure some white man, if he even exists. White man's such a liar. If this man or thing or whatever it is even exists, you understand? It's not, I know this, it's not for us.
Right.
It's not what we should do. Can they see that picture up there?
I'm gonna show it right now.
Oh yeah, let them see that. Black men, just look at this family right here. Take a good look at this family. You know, so take a good look at this family up here, and this picture. Look at that. I hope for the day I see black folks this prideful about their own history. Damn right, fixing our own problems and unifying for a black agenda. And that's whoever wrote that is right on. You know what I'm saying? It's right on with that. It's absolutely right on with that. It'll be a good day. This is what we do in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, is we celebrate our culture.
That's right.
We can knock them down.
Come on, Carl.
You know, so we celebrate our culture, our heritage, and the Most High God's agenda. You understand? That's what we do. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 6, start at verse 14.
Come on, Carl.
All right, we're going to try to get through some of these scriptures. That's what we can. Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 14. We're going to keep talking about what we should do and should not do, specifically today pertaining to St. Patrick's Day. But this goes for any of these stinking holidays.
Right.
So-called holidays, so-called feast days. Any of them. You understand? Only green that we should have right now is money.
Right.
You understand? And we should love or lust after that.
Right, that's right.
You understand? But a big, strong, grown, black, Latino, Native American man with a kilt on, with a skirt on, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Right.
You should be ashamed of yourself with some knee-high stockings on. And you a man. How do you go home to your children looking like that? How do you go home to your mama looking like that? Go home to your wife. Go to your neighborhood. Go into your job. How do you look yourself in the mirror? Look in your eyes and look at yourself in the mirror as you got a red wig on with a green top hat, a green vest, some suspenders, a green skirt on with some green knee-high stockings and some Wicked Witch of the West shoes on your feet. How do you look at yourself as a man?
Right.
You understand? Most of God that makes it be effeminate and soft like that. You understand? That's the war we got to fight. Because America has been dropping bombs on the black community and the Latino community and Native American community for years. And this is the remnants of it. This is the result of it. Niggas dressing up as leprechauns. Because of some garbage they celebrated back in 1737. 1737, I'm sure my great-grandmother and great-grandfather and uncles and aunts and cousins and nephews and everything else was picking cotton, getting beat, picking sugarcane, picking rice, picking beans and tobacco, and all of that. While the white man is over here being violent and getting their Irish holidays recognized here in America. A black and Latino man was being enslaved, beat, raped, castrated, skin used as pocketbooks and book bags and wallets. Meanwhile, the white man can get a holiday over here. Talking about they being discriminated against.
Right.
While niggas was going through hell. While Latino brothers was going through absolute hell. Native Americans being slaughtered. Irishman told me he was discriminated against. So he come over here to raise hell and get his holiday recognized, and it's recognized to this day.
Right.
See, the white man's violent, and he gets his holidays recognized. You understand? What else is a white holiday of violence that gets recognized? Thanksgiving Day. That's another violent holiday where they slaughtered the Native Americans and told them thank you. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Had the nerve to we want to switch it to Indigenous Day. You understand? What's Juneteenth? The day they said they're gonna stop being violent towards niggas on paper.
That's right.
And now we should jump for joy and have a barbecue and a cookout. That's the nigga 4th of July. The day they gave us independence, so to speak, after they was violent for so many years.
Right.
Cutting off our testicles and cutting our babies out of the mother's womb and stomping on their heads and taking our children and throwing them in swamps and everything else. And the Irishman got the nerve to say he was discriminated against. So he got violent. Meanwhile, we've been beaten to powder, and we still the nicest people in the world. Let the cracker come on to the cookout, and he can come on there as long as he got a shape up. He can sing like John B., rap like Eminem, dance like Vanilla Ice. He can come on into the cookout. He can move on to the neighborhood and gentrify us. He can do all of that. You understand? After he done beat us down to powder. And why can they come on and infiltrate into black culture? Because we're so nice. You understand? We're so nice. They can come on in, and you know why? Because their forefathers was known for infiltrating and causing destruction and beating, and they're doing the same thing.
Right.
Infiltrating into a culture to take over. They can get away with unaliving us.
Right.
They can get away with these things. Right now, there's a police officer somewhere right now sniffing cocaine, drinking some Irish beer at a pub somewhere with his gun on his hip. That's going to go out somewhere and unalive a black man somewhere.
Right, that's right.
You understand? There's an officer right now on duty that got his patrol car parked at his favorite bar somewhere, and he's in there drinking Irish whiskey. What is it, Jameson? He's in there drinking Jameson, shooting Jameson down, chasing it with some Guinness stout, and he's gonna go out and crash his car, kill a family, and go on a vacation,
right.
Come on back to work, and everything's swept under the rug. You understand? Go ahead, brother.
Rocker, what you bringing out is so heavy, sir. I just remember this movie in the 2000s that was called Leprechaun.
Yeah.
So, like, if I may read, just to show you that Irish hate Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians and call us racial slurs. They use the leprechaun to call us a racial slur, but they sugarcoated it by saying this. I'm going to read it if I may.
That's a laugh.
In the movie Leprechaun in the Hood, which came out in 2000, the year 2000, the leprechaun uses the phrase "my ninja," often interpreted as a sanitized version of a racial slur when addressing a Black character, specifically saying, "What's up, my ninja?"
Ain't that something? My ninja
in the hood.
Ain't my ninja in the hood? Ain't that something? And they can get it. Listen,
right.
You know what? When black folks saw that was funny.
Right, that's right.
That was cool.
Right.
You understand? That was cool. You know why? Let me tell you why, especially back in 2000. You know what? When they see Leprechaun in the hood, you know what niggas was doing? Smoking blunts.
That's right.
And that, you know, that marijuana make brothers all soft and weak.
Right.
It brings up that estrogen level. You know, make them forgetful. And man, this Leprechaun's funny. Right. My ninja. You understand? Not seeing the small little devices that this white man's throwing out. Listen, real quick, I see this video of this white rapper. I want to see if you can find this, man. It's called this obese white guy. It's called I don't know if it's called White Nigga, or I could say the word nigga or something like that. If you try to look that up for real quick, it's a rap video called My Nigga or White Nigga. White nigga rap video. You can look that up, see if you can come across it. He got a beard, some cornrows. You know what I'm saying? He looks ridiculous. But while you're looking for that, I want to keep on talking real quick to the people. You understand? This is the society that we live in, black man, woman, and child. You understand? This is why we have to hold on to these scriptures, man, and hold on to this brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? Hold on to this sisterhood. We have to stick together. We can't let these dumb things, these dumb philosophies that this oppressor puts on us, even seep in to our households. You understand? We should not let our children participate, going to school and participate in St. Patrick's Day. You understand? Go ahead.
So like I said, dude, he got tattoos on his face?
Yeah. Is he?
He looks like.
Let me see it? Can I see it? Let me see real quick. Hold on. Yeah, no, that's him. That's him. Listen, do me a favor. I don't know if we could. I don't know. We could do it on the Bronx. Yeah, put that up there. I want you to see this video. We're gonna play it.
From the beginning, sir?
Please. All right, we're gonna play this a snippet of this video. We do not own the rights to this music. I just want to play a snippet of the video. I want you to see how these culture vultures come on in, and we just think it's cool. We think it's all right. You understand? We're gonna play this video real quick, and I want y'all to see this. So everybody who's watching, please watch this and make a clip of that. You know, snip this and share it to the world. Look, I want you to look at this clown. But then again, I don't know who's the clown, him or the brothers and sisters that fall into this garbage.
Right.
You understand? And he's talking. Have you seen this before?
Wow.
He's talking. You understand? At first, I was like, is this a joke? You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it was a joke or what. But to me, it was very disturbing. Joke or not. You know, it's very disturbing. I want y'all to peep this. Love it. Can they see that?
I might have some.
All right, no sweat. Shaw, brother Shaw, I'm gonna put this on there. You know what I'm saying? And we're just gonna watch this real quick. Now bring it all the way back to the beginning. They can see it now?
Not
Yeah, no sweat. Bring it all the way back to the beginning. Pause that. I want them to see this. All right, brothers, watch this real quick.
Playing it down.
All right.
Everybody tripping on the word nigga, man. Nigga this, nigga that. Guess I'm a white
You hear
nigga.
us?
Shit, you probably met a couple white niggas just like me.
It's called white nigga,
I'm
y'all.
up early in the morning cause this bread don't bake itself. Turn my music up and listen if you trying to make some wealth. Keep a pistol on my hip so no, my waist don't need no belt. 20,000 that I made last night just laying on the shelf. Couple hundred on my neck, another 50 on my finger. Been a nigga my whole life, but now you trip that I say nigga. Hey, figure it's okay to say when I'm bumping some jigger. Turn the music off and now it's racist. What the fuck's the difference, nigga? Nigga, look, notice no R's, no Y, cause I put both of them bitches on my cars. Bitch, I'm busy making money, got no time for hate, nigga. Red, white, and blue, only colors that I claim. They tell me, bro, you can't say nigga if you white, nigga. I tell them word, I say any word I like, nigga. Fuck what you heard, bitch, I hustled my whole life, nigga. I'm a different type, nigga. Guess I'm just a white nigga, but they tell me, bro, you can't say nigga if you white, nigga. I tell them word, I say any word I like, nigga. Fuck what you heard, bitch, I hustled my whole life, nigga. I'm a different type, nigga. Guess I'm just a white nigga, but they tell some haters say I cannot rap. Made a mill up MAGA rap. Then I made another mill. Then 2 million after that. And I can keep on counting, but you get the point, nigga. And I'll keep saying nigga till they get the point, nigga. Pulling up at the light and they stop and point, nigga.
All right. I hope they don't mark us for that garbage. But I had to show that you was watching. I just wanted you to see that. You understand what I'm saying? I wanted you to see that real quick. How the white boy come out with white nigga. You understand? Happy St. Patrick's Day, y'all. That's what the white boy, that's what they can do. You understand? He came up, that white boy got a song out called White Nigga. You understand? There's a record label that put that out. You understand?
Right.
He had 2 black men in the video. One was his chauffeur, and one was washing his truck, his monster truck. And if you're familiar with being down south, a lot of those big monster trucks with Confederate flags, those are the Proud Boys, the Klansmen. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
You know, that's the boys. He got Trump, got a nigga Washington. He's a white nigga. He said I can say any word I want, nigga. And did you hear this? You understand? Do you hear this? This is what they can do. You understand? Got a fake beard, cornrows, everything else. So tattoos all on his face. This is what they think a black man is. And guess what? Society is going to accept that.
That's right.
Society is going to accept that. That white boy doing that. You understand? Read Deuteronomy. Matter of fact, hold on a second, because this is just disgusting. Go to Psalms real quick. Psalms 106. Let me just see that real quick. You understand? We should be ashamed of that. To see that white boy get up there, tell me I'm a white nigga, say what I want to say, nigga, and all of that. You understand? Meanwhile, while this white boy is saying, well, I can say what I want, nigga, and all of that, niggas are dressed up in green for St. Patrick's Day. You understand? Black man got a red wig on with a goddamn green skirt on and some pull-up stockings to celebrate St. Patrick's Day.
Right.
You understand? Society think black folks is jokes.
Right.
And then they get mad at the UPK for coming out and saying something about it. You understand? They get mad because of our masculinity and our truth, and that we backed up by the Most High God. You understand?
That's right.
This is. We don't have time to worry about Iran and that garbage. Like I said, it's a good show to watch.
Right.
Get the popcorn, but we got bigger fish to fry. We got to worry about white niggas and niggas dressing up as leprechauns and all the rest of this garbage. This is the principalities and philosophies that are destroying our people. You understand? That's what we need to watch. That's what we need to watch out for. That's what we need to fight against. You understand? Give me Psalms 106, starting verse 35. Let's see what that is real quick. This is absolutely insane.
This is Psalms chapter 106,
Uh-huh.
verse 35. But were mingled among the heathen and learned their works.
Hold on, matter of fact, start at 34.
Verse 34. They did not destroy the nations concerning whom the Lord commanded them.
There was some nations supposed to be destroyed,
right,
but they were not. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 35.
Uh-huh.
But were mingled among the heathen and learned their works. And
that's where we are right now. We mingled amongst these filthy, disgusting, stinking bastards. And this was since we mingled up with them, their dirty, disgusting ways became contagious.
Right.
You understand? This is why we can celebrate Christmas and all this other garbage. You understand? This is how we picked up the murder game.
Right.
This is how we picked up the drug game and the pimp game and all of that. That came from these heathens. The white man's the #1 drug dealer, no matter what nobody said. You understand? He's the #1 profane fornicator.
That's right.
#1.
Right.
All of the sexual deviancy and all of that came from these heathens.
Right.
All of that. Eating certain foods and eating pig ass and all that all came from these heathens.
Right.
You understand? And you can't tell me to see a nigga walking around, all that. When I say nigga, I'm talking about all the tribes walking around looking like a goddamn leprechaun.
Right.
You understand? Talking about happy St. Patrick's Day. And you hate your father.
Right.
But you serve and say you only want to serve St. Patrick. You understand? You gotta look at your. Can you imagine? Imagine your woman coming home. You come home. She came in the house and she dressed up like a goddamn leprechaun.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Right.
Just serving some white man named St. Patrick that she knows nothing about.
That's right. That's
not of her culture. And she won't even fix you no food. She'll call you all out your name. Meanwhile, she dressed like a goddamn leprechaun and trying to fit in at her goddamn job. Because her job is celebrating St. Patrick's Day. You understand? We inherit this filthy, disgusting way of life because we are mingled in with these heathens.
Right.
Keep reading.
But were mingled among the heathen and learned their works. Verse 36. And they served their idol.
Say it again.
And they served their idol.
Right now, we serving the idol. When I say we, I'm talking about so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans. What's the day? St. Patrick's Day. And niggas out there saying Happy St. Patty's Day. You know what I'm saying? Out there doing all. I'm telling you right now, Shaw, black folks, Latino folks, they are trying to impress their coworkers, and they are at an Irish pub somewhere right now.
Right.
Especially in New York City.
Right.
And especially out in Boston, where the Irish population is heavy. They out of the Irish pub right now. Probably the only nigga in there thinking they fit in. You understand? And might get their brains beat the hell out of the side of their head if the Irishmen get too damn drunk.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
You see the fighter Conor McGregor?
Conor.
Did you see how arrogant he was? He looked like a damn leprechaun.
Right.
See how arrogant he is? You know what I'm saying? You know he hates a nigga. Unless he can make some money off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Unless he can make some money off. You understand? I seen this Irish guy. He said something on recently. I seen on YouTube, one of these social media platforms. He said about a black woman. I think the question was, what's something that you wouldn't do? And it was like, I would never date a black woman. And then after he had said how he would not date a black woman, he says, but they got some wet vagina.
Yeah. Right.
You understand? That's what he said. But they got some wet vagina, which means what? He obviously had some type of nasty sex with a black woman.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? But she's not coming home. You know what I'm saying? She's not coming. She's not doing that.
Right.
Other than that, that's just a fetish and a freak and some type of exotic dish that he had, and he's done with that. Going about his business. You understand? This is the mindset of these devils.
Right.
This is the mindset of these demons. And people keep saying, why you always talking about the white man and all of that? Why? That's who got their foot on our neck.
That's right.
You understand? And their comrades, the Arabs, the Moabites, the Asians, the Japanese, all of them, the Africans, they all are bloodsuckers.
That's right.
They all come into the community and are absolute parasites and ticks and leeches and suckers dry. And meanwhile, we sit there and turn a blind eye to what they're doing to us and take on their culture.
Right.
And we end up serving their idols, serving St. Patrick's Day. What's the fat white boy's name? Christopher, what's his name? St. Kringus or whatever that Santa Claus. I'll say that for Santa Claus. We serve Santa Claus and Easter bunnies and all this other garbage. Columbus Day. What's other the man that got killed? Abraham Lincoln. All of this garbage.
Right.
You understand? We sit there and praise these people. You know what I'm saying? And just sit there. Meanwhile, we can't even love the nigga we see next door.
Right.
We can't even keep our families together. When we're gonna serve St. Patrick, you're gonna go on our way to dress up like leprechauns, and you won't even serve your man some dinner.
Right.
You understand? And these Christian pastors, they with it too. They'll put on a green suit and go sit there and speak and preach and put Lucky Charms on and put green streamers and everything else in that disgusting, filthy whorehouse called the Christian church. They'll sit there and do it. You understand? Just to destroy our people, man. You know what I'm saying? Just to destroy our people. Let's go to Deuteronomy 12. I'm just jumping around now. I seen that the white boy that said white nigga and all of that. He said he went platinum twice off of that. I don't know if he's lying or not. You understand? But the point is he might. He might. I'm a white nigga and I'll say with any word I want, nigga. You understand? Got a Trump truck. If that's not smacking a nigga dead in his face, you understand what I'm saying? You see the fake beard, had the fake beard on.
Right.
Like he glued it on with some Gorilla Glue or something. Cornrows. You understand? And then had two niggas in there, one chauffeuring him around. And then one cleaned his truck. That was one of the worst parts of the video. Because what nigga said, you know what? Yeah, I'll do that acting part.
Right.
I'll do that. What man? That's what I'm talking about. What black man didn't have enough pride to say, hell no, I'm not being in that the white nigga video. Matter of fact, I should smack him across your mouth. He was saying that.
That's right.
You understand? What black man? Those two black men said, yeah, I'll be in this. I'll do it. I'll wash your car, and I'll open your door for you, and all of that. You understand why? Society has turned the black man's backbone into porridge.
That's right.
Oatmeal, grits. You understand what I'm saying? Absolutely disgusting, man. Deuteronomy 12.
What verse?
30. Let's start at 30. Let's see what 30 is real quick. These people are disgusting, man. I'm telling you, boy.
That's right.
You understand?
Deuteronomy chapter 12, verse 30. Take heed to thyself that thou be not snared by following them.
Yeah, be careful following these heathens, following these nations. You understand what I'm saying? Sitting there playing around with St. Patrick's Day and any other disgusting, filthy, stinking holiday that these devils present to us. You understand? St. Patrick's Day got recognized in 1730 something. Do you know what was happening to our people then? Do you know what was happening? As the white, they're having parades for some Irish holiday here in America. Meanwhile, our people was going through absolute hell here in 1730 something.
That's right.
You understand? Wasn't nowhere safe. You wasn't safe in New York. You wasn't safe in Mississippi. You wasn't safe in California. You wasn't safe in Louisiana.
That's right.
You wasn't safe nowhere if you was a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Nowhere. When I say nigga, my Latino brothers too, my Native American brothers, everybody was going through absolute hell. Meanwhile, the Irish were being violent and getting their holiday recognized and having a goddamn parade.
Right.
In 1730 something. And after we've been destroyed as a people, you mean to tell me to this very day in 2026 that niggas is still painting their faces and doing all this for St. Patrick's Day?
That's what.
Make sure not to get snared following it. Make sure Most High God don't kill you following it. Make sure the police don't unalive you for following it. You think you got a pass because you work with Brad at your job. You think the police will pull you over and beat the black off of your forehead?
That's right.
You understand? Don't get too close to these heathens, to these devils, because you're going to get caught up. You're going to get hurt.
That's right.
You're going to get hit. Don't think that white man got your back. He don't got your back. He gets drunk and high with you and gets some money off you or something like that. That's not a friend. That's not a buddy on the path. It's nothing. You understand? Don't get too close and get hurt following them. Keep going.
Come on, cut. After that, they be destroyed from before thee.
You understand? They're going to get destroyed. And meanwhile, you want to sit there. Right now, especially during these times with the wars and rumors of wars going on right now, the best thing for us as people is to see white people and run.
That's right.
Get away from them. Lock the doors and close the windows. Freddy Krueger's here.
Right.
Jason is here. Michael Myers is here. Get away. These other nations are not playing with these white folks. And you sit there playing with them, talking about St. Patrick's Day. You gonna get caught up in their wrath for being so close to them.
Right.
Keep going.
Come on, cut. And that thou inquire not after their God.
Yeah, and that's another thing. We're not to inquire after their gods.
Right.
They pray to St. Patrick. They worship St. Patrick for the wonderful things he did in Ireland. For the wonderful things he did in Ireland. St. Patrick was a martyr and a hero. You understand? A revolutionary out in Ireland. And we're gonna praise St. Patrick and hate your daddy and hate your brother, hate your son. You understand? Hate the nigga you see next door to you. Hate the nigga on the bus, the train. Hate the nigga that cut you off in traffic.
Right.
Hate the nigga that pushed you down when you were in third grade.
Right.
Hate the nigga that owe you $3. But we're gonna love St. Patrick, whoever the hell that is. You understand? And serve him and worship him. Become a fanatic for him. Be in the spirit of St. Patrick's Day.
Right.
You understand? So now it's like the basketball team, the Celtics. That's why I'm wearing it today. Nah, nigga, that's not it. You serving St. Patrick.
That's right.
And white folks are laughing at you.
Right.
You're a joke. You understand? I really did when nobody say white folks respect niggas that don't like them. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
They respect niggas that do not like them and stand on them. You know what I'm saying? They respect them. You shucking and jive and all that playing with these folks, they don't respect you. You a joke and a non-threat.
Right.
You understand? You a mush. Straight like that. Keep going.
Come on, cut. Saying, how did these nations serve their gods?
Uh-huh.
Even so will I do likewise.
Yeah, you wonder how do they serve it? And you're gonna do likewise. You're gonna do the same thing. Why? Because we all mixed up with them. We get mixed up with them. We start to inquire about their lives, how they do things. You understand? You ever seen a brother that he's really into karate, so now he want to dress up in the karate gi and look like Bruce Lee, wear karate shoes and all of that, and wear the big wicker hat, and all of a sudden he want to be involved with this culture. Why? Because we're mingled in with them, and now since we're so mingled in with them, we just inquire about them.
Right.
Inquire about what they do and how they do things and all of that. You understand? And this goes against the Most High God. You cannot serve the white man and love your brother.
That's right.
You can't do it. You can't serve the white man and love your sister. You understand? And to get deep in that, you can't serve the gods and love your brother and sister. You gotta love your brother and sister to keep marriages together.
That's right.
To keep families together. To keep the violence down. To keep the violence out. To keep the drugs out. You're not worried about drugs coming to the community or Planned Parenthood coming to the community. You're too busy serving St. Patrick.
Right.
You're too busy trying to fit in with the heathens and rub elbows with them and inquire about their life. You understand? Just like this war that's going on, about to happen, about to take it to the next level. We're inquiring about that. You understand? You went down to the protest show. There was brothers back out there, black fist in the air and all of that. Because they worried about the war in Iran and not worried about the war that's going on right in their face as they go out their door, look out their window in their neighborhood. No matter where they at. East Coast, West Coast, down south, Midwest, Canada, Jamaica, wherever. You look out your window, you see absolute hell.
Right.
You see absolute hell. Even if you live in the suburbs in a gated community, you're still facing hell. How do we know that? Look at Trayvon Martin. Wasn't he in a nice gated community?
That's right.
The brother got killed getting Skittles and things.
Right.
Mind his business. We ain't safe nowhere we go. We got another war that we got to fight. And how did we know that? How did we know that? We just read earlier in class how St. Patrick's Day they had their first St. Patrick's Day parade here in America in 1730 something.
Right.
Right? What were we doing back then? We were enslaved, going through hell. We're still going through hell. Means what? We're still fighting the same war we've been fighting back then. We're fighting it right now to this day. You understand? Fighting it right now to this day. The Irish are celebrating their heritage in America. We protest for George Floyd. We sitting there marching and picketing and trying to vote and do all this other garbage. We marching and picketing for our lives. And no, not the Irish.
Right.
The Irish are celebrating how violent they were, how they were so violent that they got their holiday recognized in America. You understand? Black man, woman, and child, we are still fighting the war.
That's right.
St. Patrick's Day is not our culture. We need to grab our culture back and hold on to it.
That's right.
Keep going, my brother.
Come on, God, verse 31. Thou shalt not do so unto the Lord thy God.
Yeah, this is not what we're to do. We are not to serve St. Patrick. We're not to serve these other gods and mingle with these heathens and inquire about their lifestyles and inquire how they serve their God. You understand? There's no way in the world that we can serve the same God. There's no way the slave master can serve the same, that the slave can serve the same God as the slave master. Excuse me. There's no way in hell. It doesn't make sense. There's no way that the victim can go to the same place of peace as the person that hurt them.
Right.
There's no way. It don't work like that. You understand? The best thing to do is to get away from these people.
That's right.
And you may not be able to get away from them physically, but you can separate yourself from their philosophies and their religion and their traditions and their thoughts and their actions. We can separate from that. We have to. You know why? It has not worked yet.
Right.
Didn't we try to fit in with these wars? We tried from the Civil War on up.
Right.
Revolutionary War, all of this, all the way up until today. We tried, it didn't work. We voted, it didn't work. We have dreams and all of that, it didn't work. We tried to be Muslim, it didn't work.
That's right.
Trying to be Christian, still trying to be Christian.
Right.
Ain't working. You understand? What works? Separate, being separate, segregation. That works. Serving the Most High God, loving your brother and sister. That works. We need to try more of that. Keep going.
Go to one card. For every abomination to the Lord, which he hated.
He hates this. He hates us dressing up for St. Patrick's Day and serving St. Patrick God. You understand? Serving the St. Patrick. You choose to serve St. Patrick over serving a black man by the name of Jesus Christ? Hell no. No. Christ, they didn't leave. I didn't see no records left behind in the scriptures about St. Patrick. I didn't see that. And this is what all of them so-called the Catholics and Christians do. St. Barnabas and St. Anthony and all of this other garbage. St. Francis, St. Christopher, and all of this garbage. Let them have that filth. And we can't inquire about these things and be a part of these things, or we're going to get caught up in the wrath of these things. Keep going.
Got one card. Have they done unto their gods? For even their sons and their daughters, they will have Salakia. For even their sons and their daughters, they have burnt in the fire to their God.
And all you're doing is killing your children when you serve St. Patrick. Right. That's all we're doing. It's passing down more pain to our children by serving these fake false gods and these disgusting stinking holidays. That's all we're doing. It's hurting our children. That's all we're doing. Meanwhile, the oppressor is passing down power and methods to conquer, destroy, and take over. This is what they pass it down to their children. How do we know that? We just watched the white boy say, I'm a white nigga and I say the word I want to say, nigga. He can do that. You understand? He can get there and he can do that. He can go on, he can get a record deal and do that. And then put two niggas in his video that's chauffeuring around and watching his Trump truck. He can do that. Why? Because he comes from a people who dominate and crush and have black folks underneath their foot, and we allow it and love it.
That's right.
That's why he can do that. That's why he can say white nigga and do all of that. Meanwhile, your child maybe could make it to school and make it back home safe.
Right.
Maybe. You understand? Go to Romans chapter 12, verse 2.
Oh, Romans chapter 12, verse 2. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
And that's what we have to do. Don't get conformed to this world. Don't get conformed to this white man's world, to his society, his philosophies, his principalities, his holidays, his gods. You understand? We cannot do it. The Most High God is leaving these records behind for us, the blueprint for us. The GPS to the kingdom is right here in front of us, and we have to follow it. Don't be conformed to this world, man. You know what I'm saying? We have to renew our mind. How to renew our mind? Get out of Christianity. Get out of Islam. Separate from these philosophies, man. Separate from these heathens. And there's nothing wrong with that. Because, damn it, give them the choice. They will separate from you.
That's right.
They will separate from you. They don't want to go to the same. Ask a Caucasian, would you rather live in a black neighborhood or all white one? I guarantee they're going to say, I'd rather live in an all white one.
Right.
If that's the choices. What a nigga going to say? Well, you know what, they should all be equal. You know, live together. You know, God, Jesus love everybody. This is what a nigga going to say. Why? Because we've been beat down spiritually, physically, and mentally, beaten down to powder by this oppressor.
Right.
You understand? Beaten down to powder by this oppressor. That our minds are made into just moist tissue. You understand? But the Most High God set us to renew our minds. There's nothing wrong with knowing the white man is the greatest deceiver of all time.
Right.
He knows it.
That's
history books say.
Right.
What's a deceiver? Another word for deceiver is devil.
Right.
So why can't I say the white man is the devil? We should know that. Why can't I say no matter what type of heroin, crack cocaine, K2, marijuana, pill popping, syrup drinking, the black man is still royalty.
That's right.
And he's not going to know it if he indulges in these white man's drugs, in these white man's dopamines and getting high and so on. We gotta fight that too, so we can know who we are.
Right.
You understand? Renew your mind. The hell with St. Patrick's Day. The Most High God said these heathens ain't worth your spit. That's something to tell your child.
Right.
That's something to tell yourself. St. Patrick who? You understand? St. Patrick ain't doing nothing for you. He's not. I guarantee he's not walking down your block.
Right. He's
not coming in your building. He don't give a damn about you at all, whoever the hell he may be. Keep going.
Come on, God. That he may prove what is that sloppy. That he may prove what is that good.
And we have to prove to the Most High God what's good. What's good? The so-called Black, Latino, and Native American man, woman, and child. That's what's good. You understand? Serving the Most High God is good.
Right.
Separating from our enemies is good.
That's right.
Keep going.
Come on, God. And acceptable. And perfect.
And what?
Perfect.
Don't you know, black man, woman, and child, we have the potential of being perfect as per the scriptures. People say, well, nobody's perfect. Just because you make a mistake don't mean you're not perfect.
Right.
Perfect means serving the Most High God.
Right.
Keeping his laws, such commandments, and loving his children, which is you and the nigga next to you and the nigga behind you, the nigga on the side of you, the nigga underneath you, the nigga that's on top of you. Just loving your people.
Right.
God's chosen people. That's how we remain perfect. I'm not talking about making a wrong turn over here or tripping and stumbling over here. Those things happen, but you regroup and get it together. You understand? We are perfect people, a different people, a separate people, a holy people, as per the Most High God.
That's right.
Keep going.
Come on, God. Will of God.
And that's supposed to be the will of God, not the will of St. Patrick. How do you know you do the will of St. Patrick? You're sitting there celebrating it, accepting it, acknowledging it. You understand? And that's not for us.
Right.
It's not our culture. Go to 1 Peter.
Come on, God.
Go to 1 Peter chapter 1. All right, we're going to talk a little more.
Come on, God.
1 Peter chapter 1 and start verse 15.
Come on, God. First Peter chapter 1, verse 15. But as he which hath called you is holy.
Hold on one second. Hold on. Go to start at. Oh, let me see. Go to start at 14.
Come on, God. First Peter chapter 1, verse 14. As obedient children, not fashioning yourselves according to the former lust.
Yeah, we have to not fashion ourselves to the former lust. The former lust is sitting there entertaining these white folks, man. Sitting there entertaining these heathens, inquiring about them, lusting to be like them, lusting to have what they have. And then you think to have what this white man have, you got to serve what the white man serve. Serve the white woman. Every nigga that get $1 got to go get a white woman. You understand?
Right.
Got to go get a white woman. Scared to stick with a sister that might have an attitude and neck snapping and finger popping and all of that. I'd rather be with her.
That's right.
Nasty attitude and all to be with some stinking, disgusting, filthy, disease-carrying, heathenistic, sloppy white woman.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? We gotta come out of that. Remove these lusts that society has put inside of us.
That's right.
You understand? Because we're a righteous people, a royal people. You understand? There should not be any lust in us.
That's right.
Why would we lust for the Most High God or give us anything we want and give us everything we need? We only lust because the white man has injected us with his poison.
Right.
You understand? Keep going.
Come on, come. In your ignorance.
Uh-huh.
Verse 15.
Uh-huh.
But as he which hath called you is holy.
Say it again.
But as he which hath called you is holy.
You are absolutely holy. What's holy? Separate.
Right.
Special. Different. Weird. You understand? People use that word weird like it's a bad thing.
That's right.
Weird means different. That's it. We the piece of the puzzle that does not fit into the society. Different. Who called us? The Most High God called us. And he called us to be separate, to be different, not to fall into the lust of this society. Not to inquire about the lifestyle of these heathens, right, and inquire how to serve their gods and live their lifestyle. That's not what we're here for. Our job is to be different and to be holy and to mingle with holy people.
That's right.
You understand? To inquire about holy people. Inquire how to serve the Most High God. Inquire how to have brotherhood and sisterhood. Inquire how to raise a nation. Inquire how to provoke the Most High God to send our King Yahushua back. Not our King St. Patrick back.
Right.
You understand? Not that. That doesn't exist. You better off waiting for Winnie the Pooh or some garbage to come back messing with St. Patrick. Whoever the hell that is. You understand? Our job is to serve the Most High God, to be holy and separate. Go ahead.
Come on, come. So be ye holy in all manner of conversation.
Be different in all conversation. What's different conversation? Having St. Patrick's Day. I don't celebrate that garbage. That's holy in your manner of conversation. You understand? They ain't look that white woman. She look good. I don't date dogs.
Right.
They know white woman. That's most of our God's against that. Be separate and holy in the manner of your conversations. You understand? I'm going to the Irish pub today, man. It's St. Patrick's Day. They got free Guinness out there today. And free Jameson before 10. Go in there and shoot, take as many shots as we can, drink as many beers as we can. And got bagpipes, we got karaoke with the bagpipes and all of that today. I don't celebrate them wicked holidays. That's for the white man.
That's right.
I don't celebrate none of that. You understand? That's not for me. That's not my culture. Be holy in your conversation. You understand? Keep going.
Okay. Verse 16. Because it's written.
Because it is written. Where's it written down? In the scriptures. In the records left behind. You understand? In the Bible. You understand? This is where it was written. What was written?
Be ye holy.
Be separate. Be different. You understand? Why? Go ahead.
For I am.
Because the Most High God is separate. Most High God is different.
Right.
Most High God is special and above all. You understand? Not St. Patrick. Not St. Patrick. You understand? Go to Wisdom of Solomon. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14. Yeah, let's go into that. Excuse me. So Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14, start at verse 12. All right, we're going to try to rush through these scriptures a little bit. You understand? As y'all know, if you've been following along, today is filthy, disgusting, stinking St. Patrick's Day, which has nothing to do with us at all.
Right.
Read what you got.
Wisdom of Solomon 14, verse 12. For the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication.
And that's what we do. We're spiritually fornicating against the Most High God by serving St. Patrick. You understand? By serving any idol that this white man has. Any idol these heathens put up and post up in our face. And we just accept it. You understand? No, black man, ain't no such thing as no goddamn Lucky Charm.
Right.
You understand? You think you can still live in the pits of hell and a Lucky Charm is going to get you out of there? You think a Lucky Charm will bring back your little brother that got killed?
Right.
You think that a Lucky Charm will bring back the almost 45,000 aborted black babies a month? Think Lucky Charms will bring it back? Do you think that in your mind? If you sit there walking around with Lucky Charms and rabbit feet and chicken bones and everything else and thinking this is going to bring you some type of luck, you are spiritually fornicating against the Most High God, and that has dire consequences.
Right.
You understand? You better turn your back on this garbage. There is no such thing as luck. There is no Lucky Charms. There is none of that garbage that they're talking about. No shamrock or whatever that garbage is. That's not for us. That's not our thing. Let them have it. Let them use it to fight against them Iranians and whoever else is fighting against them. Let them use that for that garbage. As for us, we serve a holy God.
That's right.
Because we're a holy people. We serve something separate over here. We are the special ed class. We got a special education going on. We got a different learning going on over here. Let them go ahead and have that. Let them have that other stuff. We in the resource room over here. This is our class. This is what we do. You understand? There's nothing wrong with taking the small yellow bus. Right. We're special.
Right.
We're different. Let them have the AP class. They can have it. You understand what I'm saying? Because they're going to be destroyed. Stay away from that garbage. Don't inquire about them. You understand? Don't serve them. Why? Because you're spiritually fornicating against the Most High God as per the scriptures.
That's right.
Keep going.
And the invention of them, the corruption of life.
You understand? That's all we're doing is corrupting our life by these disgusting inventions. You understand? They invented St. Patrick.
Right.
Who the hell is that? It's an invention of us. Never heard of him. You understand? Never even heard of him. You understand? This is not for us. This is not for us at all. Our job is to be separate. Go to 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 17.
Come on, God.
You understand? Don't spiritually fornicate against the Most High God by serving these other gods. You understand? Serving other gods, you're giving too much energy to this filthy garbage, and it takes away from the energy that you should be giving to your brother and sister. You understand? It takes away. You're spreading yourself real thin by trying to serve these other gods and love these other gods and love these other people and inquiring about other people to fit in with other people. You are just giving too much to them and not enough to your brother and sister, who is holy and special just like you.
Right.
And his oppressors know it. 2 Corinthians chapter 6, and let's go to verse 17.
Good on God. 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 17. Wherefore come out from among them, and be ye separate.
That's what the Most High God said. Come out of them. You understand? Yes, we're mingled with them. We're around them, but come out of them. Does that mean physically? Boy, we would love that. At this moment, spiritually come out of them. Mentally come out of them. Don't give them your soul. Don't give them your life. Come out of that and be separate. You understand? This is our job. This is our duty. To stay away from the heathens. Don't mingle with them. Don't inquire about them. Don't serve their gods. Come up out of them and be separate. Be holy. Be different. Be weird. You understand? This is what the Most High God is telling us to do. You understand? Not to sit there and put on green and red wigs and represent St. Patrick's Day as this oppressor laughs at you because they see how destroyed you are and they love watching a goddamn clown show. And they love it. They love to see how destroyed you are.
That's right.
You understand? You ever see somebody that's drunk and people laughing at them as they're staggering around? Look at them, tripping and falling. Look at them. That's how the white man look at you.
That's right.
That's how the white man looks at us. By loving him. He know we ain't got no business loving him. He know how much he beat us down. He know how much we're destroyed. And know how much he had a hand in it. And he sits back and just laughs. and you think you're doing a justice to the Most High God by loving them, or thinking that's what it is.
Right.
You understand? Read it again.
Go to 1 card. 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 17. Wherefore come out from among them, and be ye separate, saith the Lord.
That's what the Most High God said. Go ahead.
And touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you.
And this is what it is. Don't be around these people. Don't touch me. Don't involve yourself in it. You understand? Don't involve yourself with these wicked, disgusting holidays and these wicked, disgusting people that are here to lead you off the wrong track. This is what they're here to do. You understand? That's what they're here to do. Hold on a second. Let me see here. This is what they're here to do. Let me hold on a second. Let me just check. All right. Most High God wants to separate. Now read verse 18 real quick.
Go to 1 card, verse 18. And will be a father unto you.
Go ahead.
And ye shall be my sons and daughters.
And that's what the Most High God wants.
That's right.
We separate from them, and we're going to be his children, going to be our father, which means nothing can come against us.
Right.
Nothing can defeat us. Nothing can get us down. You understand? Nothing can get us down at all. And we got to understand what these people are all about.
Right.
You understand? And these people, these folks that are around us, they're here to provoke us.
That's right.
You understand? This is what they're here. This is their job. You say, well, if God don't love the white man, why would he create him? Why would he have these so-called heathens around and so on and so on? Well, there's a reason for everything. Go to the book of Judges real quick. Yeah, go to the book of Judges real quick. Judges chapter 3, and let's start at verse 1.
Judges chapter 3 and verse 1. Now these are the nations which the Lord left to prove Israel by them.
You understand? This is what they're here to do. These nations are here to prove us to the Most High God. How do they prove us? By testing us. How do they test us? By making us celebrate St. Patrick's Day and Christmas and be Christians. You understand? Or practice Christianity. By putting Islam on us. You understand? By coming in our communities and flourishing as we eat dirt. You understand? By aborting our children. By giving us all types of drugs, from heroin to K2 to fentanyl, to give us these drugs, to import these drugs into our communities.
Right.
To turn us into addicts, then give us automatic pistols.
Right.
You understand? To put taskmasters in our communities and call them police officers, Irish taskmasters, and come and put police uniforms on them as they come to destroy us.
That's right.
And beat us. Sometimes even putting stuff in your pocket to frame you.
Right.
You know how many brothers you see every day? There's a brother on the internet that just did 40-something years in prison and didn't commit the crime.
That's right. Or
either you see somebody who was in prison, died in prison from electrocution or lethal injection or whatever, and then the crime was in 1909, right. And now they're exonerated. Now they found out they're not guilty now.
Right.
How the hell did you find what is DNA?
Right.
No, you knew he wasn't guilty then.
That's right.
You understand? Now what? That family's destroyed. You understand? This is what these people do. These nations are here to provoke us. You understand? Go ahead.
Even as many of Israel as had not known all the wars of Canaan.
You understand? And this is what we understand. We have to go. This is what I keep saying. We are not in this Iranian war. We're not in this Middle Eastern war, whatever the case may be. We got a whole nother battle to fight. We got a whole nother battle to fight. You understand? Let me see what I can finish off with. Let me see Jeremiah 6:20 real quick.
21 card.
Jeremiah 6:20. Let me just take a quick look at that real quick. Class about to wrap it up in a minute. Let me see this. 12 verse number. Nah, I'm not gonna do that one. Let me see real quick. Go to Proverbs. Proverbs 14 and 12. Real
21
quick.
card.
All right. We'll probably end it on this one. And it said, black man, woman, and child, and I mean all the tribes, be tuned in, man. Make sure don't celebrate these wicked, disgusting holidays. Stay away from these heathens. The Most High God, as we read earlier in the class, we should not inquire about how they live their lives and who they serve. We're not here to serve St. Patrick. That's not our God. You know what I'm saying? That's not our king. That is absolutely nothing to us. You know what I'm saying? Let the Irish go and have their holiday. That's just another white holiday that they got through violence, that they made got recognized because of their violence. You understand? Meanwhile, don't forget that some of that violence was committed against us. Like I said, you watch the movie Gangs in New York and all of that. Those they were unaliving black people like you wouldn't believe.
Right.
Unaliving Latino brothers and sisters like you wouldn't believe. Unaliving Native Americans like you wouldn't believe. You understand? And they become, and through all their violence, they become police officers, get holidays recognized, all for their violence. All for their violence. You understand? Meanwhile, we're still suffering because in 1730s we were enslaved. We were being brutalized, and we still suffering for today.
Right.
For the white man's violence, they still flourish for today. You understand? And I know you think that you're doing it justice by just loving everybody. Just smack me on the cheek and I'll turn the other one. It's okay. It's love. But that's not love. That's not love. You have a false sense of loyalty to someone who has absolutely not an inch of loyalty in them. Not an inch of righteousness in them. They are born wicked and they're going to perish wicked. Read what you got.
21 card. This is Proverbs chapter 14, verse 12. There is a way which seemeth right unto a man.
I know you think it feels right to rub elbows with this Caucasian, to rub elbows with these heathens, to take on their customs and just be involved. Be involved with their holidays. Be involved with St. Patrick's Day. Paint your face green. Put on a skirt, black man. You understand? I know it feels right. It feels like you're in the spirit. You got white friends. Got probably a white wife. And sisters, oh my God, you might have a white man. You understand? That's sitting there tearing you up, calling you a nigga while he's sitting there making lust with you because it ain't love. You understand? You think it's right. It seems right. The Christian church made you think it's right. Your grandma made you think it's right. Society made you think it's right. Music made you think it's right. Movies made you think it's right. You understand? This is what Martin Luther King, Jesse Jackson, all of these fake pastors made you think it's right. Farrakhan, making you think it's right to merge on it and mingle up with these Arabs. You understand? Meanwhile, they can't stand niggas either. These so-called leaders and the lifestyles that we live that make us think that the things that we believe are right.
Right.
But they haven't worked yet. You know what it's brought us? Read.
21 card. But the end thereof are the ways of death.
That's all it brought us.
That's right.
Is death. That's it. By mingling with these people and taking on their ways, inquiring about their lifestyles and lusting after their lifestyle and serving their gods and loving them more than you love your own brother, all it did was bring us death.
That's right.
As per the scriptures. As per the records. You understand? Black man, woman, and child, listen. Celebrate this Passover coming up April 4th, man. We're going to celebrate the death of our enemies. You understand? And people say, well, that's not right. No, we're going to serve. It is right, because this death was a death of justice.
Right.
You understand? If America, they get to sit there and execute whoever violates their laws, well, the Most High God executed himself, and we're going to celebrate it. Why? Because as per the records, it says for us to celebrate.
Right.
It says for us to honor that. The death of our enemies. God said it. He said, damn thing about St. Patrick.
Right.
He said, damn thing about none of that garbage. Remove your minds from the society. Remove your mind from the ways of the society. Give the white man back his cigarettes. Give him back his drugs. Give him back his women and men. Give him back his holidays, his philosophies, and give him back his hate that he has for a black man.
Right.
The hate he has for a Latino brother. The hate that he has for a Native American man, woman, and child. Give him back his hate. You know what I'm saying? And let's trade it. Let's trade it for serving the Most High God and accepting that the fact that we are royal. You understand? That we are different. That we are separate. That we are holy. And that we are better. With that, Israel, say shalom.